because he already knew me, but I needed to know him. And so I thought I was doing all the right things. And then I'll never forget, I'm making going on retreat, and it was the first time I was going to go to confession face to face. I'd always went behind the screen. I was petrified. So a very holy man who was my spiritual director. He was the exorcist of the diocese. Now, do you know why he was my spiritual director? But anyway, first time I had met him, and I'm going to get in line to go to confession. I was always the first one to go because I know how much I need to go and receive the mercy of God. And he put his arm around me, this older man. He started walking me into the place where I was going to go to confession. He says, "And what's your name?" I said, "Larry, Father." And he says, "Larry, do you know how much God loves you?" I go, "Oh, yes, Father." And he went, whack! And he hit me so hard off the back of the head. And I thought, oh, gosh, I'm going to go to this guy for confession. And, oh, dear. So I remember I went to confession, and when he hit me, he called me a liar. He said, whack, liar. And he was right, because I knew in my head that I was loved by God, but I had never experienced it in my heart. You know, don't you get it? The way God works, even if you go back to the Old Testament, before God gave the 10 Commandments, what did he do? He set his people free from their slavery. Often, we give commandments, but they've never been experienced the freedom of being loved by the Father. That's where it begins, gentlemen. And so you got to spend that time in prayer. So here I go. I'm in major seminary. A couple years before I was ordained, I had a great spiritual director. She was a nun. And I was doing a 24-hour silent retreat. Now, I know for some of you might think that's impossible for me to be silent for 24 hours, but I promise you it's true. And so here I am, and I'm making this silent retreat, and she walks in and she says, "Larry, what do you need from God?" And I said, "Oh, nothing, John. I'm quite happy. Thank you very much." And she was a persistent type nun. I don't know if you ever met this type. And she says, "Larry, what do you need from God?" I said, "Oh, nothing. I'm quite happy. Thank you very much." And she looked at me again and says, "Larry." "Yes, sister. What do you need from God?" I said, "Well, I guess I need to be more gentle with people."